I go back to the same point. Who can abduct him, or kidnap, Surely, even between me and JJ Banda, if the government were given a choice, I'm a better person to abduct or kidnap. If they were just given two people, Wynter Kabimba and JJ Banda, and you told anybody in government, whom do you want to abduct here? They will say Wynter is of more value than JJ Banda. Why are we giving value, to people that can't tip the scale?
Watch the entire video, my lovely viewers, from start to finish, to get the whole thing. Without wasting much of your time, let's get right into it. Hi lovely viewers, it's me again, your one and only Mutati Mpundu. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time on my channel, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel by hitting the red subscribe button down below and turn the bell icon to join the notification squad. Don't forget to like, share and leave a comment. Tell me what you think about this video in the comment section below. I'll be super glad to hear from you lovely viewers.
As you're answering this, I would also want you to get your take on whether the recent disappearance of Emmanuel J. Banda can be linked to the political atmosphere of the country. So as we're getting to this, what is your comment on the new Donald administration and its attitude to the critical voices such as the opposition political parties and other stakeholders?
Okay. Look, in a democracy, everybody's opinion should be respected. There must be a cross-pollination of ideas. That's what democracy entails. Okay? But there's a caveat to that. At least what you say must have some iota of truth in it. Okay? First point. Second point, you must be civil. You don't win an argument by insulting me. You win an argument by persuading me. Because if you insult me, I'll lose track of your argument and its persuasive nature. I'll concentrate on the insult. Okay? Thirdly, what do people lose by being respectful to one another? What do you lose? Okay? If I was president, go back to my statements and see if there is ever a time when I used the pejorative language, against him, or anything that borders on vulgar, because he was president. Okay? So I feel very sad, to be honest with you, when I read some of the postings, on social media. Okay, running, insulting, HH. Is that how you want to make an argument? Go to America, which is the oldest, democracy. Have you ever read or found the nature and substance of the type of debate we find here? No. They respect the president, they respect one another, they debate, in a very civil manner. And then, when you cross the red line, and the law steps in to stop you, because when you cross the red line, you are an adult. You are an adult of 60 years of age, but in your thinking, you are still 8 years, which is very normal in Africa. You can flash a national registration card, born in 1956. But actually, if they were to flash your mind, you are just 8 years old or 10. And by some misfortune of history, you are minister or PS. Okay? So, when you stop that Rubicon, you know, you are a child. The law must stop you and hey, hold on, you are about to injure many people. That's not intolerance. Because you become a danger to others. You become a danger to others. Okay? You must be stopped if you become a danger to others. The law has a duty, the government has a duty to stop you. So, I go to JJ Banda's, thing, Again, I go back to my earlier argument. When there was that purported, abduction, I read everything on social media. People even going out, making public pronouncements that JJ Banda has been abducted by HH. Public pronouncement. Okay? HH knows where JJ Banda is. Leaders. Evidence, zero. Leader making a pronouncement like that, and you have absolutely no evidence, no facts. Oh no, because HH fears JJ Banda. HH fears JJ Banda. Who is JJ Banda? I didn't know JJ Banda before he became a member of parliament for Petauke. I didn't know him. And even if you just created a comparison between HH and JJ Banda, there's no comparison between the two. You're comparing a chicken, and maybe a cat. There's no comparison. So what is this thing where we want to demean others, that all of a sudden HH has lowered himself so low that his competitor, his opponent is JJ Banda? What nonsense is this, really? And you find everybody is debating, that kind of issue. For 3 months now, we've been talking about JJ Banda. Maybe the only area where JJ Banda beats HH is in the number of wives. HH has 1, he has 3. If that is an achievement. Anything else, you can't compare the two. I think you'll be unfair to people. And when you see his supporters, some of them that are supposed to be very respectable men. If you have been abducted, is it very difficult to tell your story? I ask. Is it very difficult to tell your story? It only becomes difficult if you were not abducted, because you have to concoct it. So I'll be honest with you, I am not a supporter of ecstasy and frenzy and emotionalism. One of the things that God didn't do, and I think maybe it was fair or unfair to me, he didn't give me too much of emotions. I'm not a very emotional human being. I don't get easily excited.
So, and now there's a disappearance
yes.
Part.
Yes.
And of course, it's also a divided opinion, just like the abduction. It was a divided opinion. You're saying that some names were mentioned. Even the other group was mentioning that. Others went on to say that it was a self-abduction. It was even what has happened now, what happened at Chipata General Hospital, has divided opinions. Others are saying he must have been taken, and others it's a voluntary escape.
But
I'm trying, and it led me to look at some of the matters where Zambia is attached, like the convention on relating to one being a refugee, with the episodes that have happened. Do you think we can describe his disappearance to what the international instruments say on him being in a situation of well-rounded fear due to his political standing? That
is up to the country where he's going to determine. Because the issue of asylum is determined by the country where you want to seek refuge. Okay? But let me say this, Alexander.
Sure.
We joke a lot in this country. We joke a lot, and I think it's high time we got serious if we are going to move this country forward. Okay. I'm on the platform, with Laz. There's a Laz platform, and somebody posted that the lawyers, Laz must make a statement to the effect that JJ Banda is a political prisoner, because I think some NGO, civil society organization had suggested that, and somebody was saying, why doesn't Laz, join into this? And I got into that, and I posted. Okay? I said, wait before Laz embarrasses itself. Okay? A political prisoner, by definition, is somebody that has been incarcerated for his opinions, his political opinions about the way society stands and what he thinks is going wrong in society. That's a political prison. And they call them prisoners of conscience, because the government is stifling, your capacity to think and express your opinion. Now you tell me, what is so political about kutundira muntu mukamwa? What is so political about that as an activity? Is that how you express your opinion? By kutundira muzako mukamwa? By grabbing cell phones, from other people? Is that a political activity? What is wrong with my country? By committing acts of suspected aggravated robbery, is that a political activity? Is that a political activity? The answer to all these questions is no. No. To be indisciplined, is that a political activity? Indiscipline, you're just indisciplined. You don't know how to respect others, and to beat up police officers, is that a political activity? So when you put at these benchmarks and you get the correct definition of a political prison or a prison of conscience, JJ Banda fails 0. And yet you find, leaders posting, and others joining. We even fear now where he is. I go back to the same point. Who can abduct him, or kidnap, Surely, even between me and JJ Banda, if the government were given a choice, I'm a better person to abduct or kidnap. If they were just given 2 people, Wynter Kabimba and JJ Banda, and you told anybody in government, whom do you want to abduct here? They will say Wynter is of more value than JJ Banda. Why are we giving value, to people that can't tip the scale?
Mr. Kabimba, we are coming to the end of the program.
We better do.
I'd like to get your final remarks as we go.
Look, I like Alan Paton, Alan Paton says, sure, in his book, Cry My Beloved Country, a book that was written way back in the 60s, and I think it is still applicable, today. Okay? I cry for my country. Okay? And the only people that are going to bring about change, Alexander, to our country is us, the Zambians. That's what every country has done. The Chinese were insular. The Japanese were insular. The guys that migrated to America in 1560 on that Mayflower, ship to go and set up, a country today that we admire so much, were insular. They looked for progress from among themselves. As Julius Caesar says, when he was talking to his colleague Brutus, he said they fought dear Brutus, lies not within the stars, but in ourselves, that we are underlings. So Julius Caesar was saying to Brutus, his colleague, stop looking for solutions outside. The solutions about what we do and where we go, the solutions lie in us, not in foreign direct investment, not in the IMF. The solutions lie in us. The thought, dear Brutus, lies not within the stars, but in ourselves, that we are underlings. So I want to urge, all of us, you colleagues in the media, project the facts. Don't excite people. I know that for print media it's easy, to sell. When we used to see it during the post, days when it had the monopoly. Any article about SATA, even if SATA just coughed, immediately you see SATA, you buy. Then what? We need to become a country that questions. Like Franz Fanon says, oh my body, make me to be a person that questions. Question everything. Don't just swallow everything religiously. It's dangerous. That's why you see, I take a different stance myself. Because I don't want, to be like those people of old, the majority who believe that the world was flat, and everybody was excited that if you walk up to the end of the world, you can tip over. Until one man questioned the wisdom of the majority and discovered that in fact the world was round. So you could go around, the world, you won't fall over until you come back to your starting point. So, for us as Economic Front, we want to deal with the ideas. We don't deal with the excitement. We don't deal with the emotionalism. We don't deal with the sensationalism. We want to deal with the real issues.
Okay.
And it doesn't matter how long it's going to take us to form government, but we are men and women of character. And that's the brand we have given ourselves. Not kusobera. No. We are not into that.
This is DJ Mutati exclusive.
Alright, that's all right for you today, lovely viewers. If you did enjoy the video, please don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about the video you just watched in the comment section below. I'll be super glad to hear from you, lovely viewers. Once again, I go by the name of Mutati Mpundu. I love you, peace, I gotta go.